Hello, dear viewer, and welcome once again to Dul Johnson's Creative Talks. We move on with our discussion of Niyi Osundare's beautiful poem, My Lord, Tell Me Where to Keep Your Bribe. The stanza we are dealing with, I read now, and we'll go into details of discussion. It reads thus: $1 million in their lordship's bedroom, €1 million in the parlor closet, countless naira beneath the kitchen sink. Our courts are fast running out of Ghana must goes. Okay, so let's go bit by bit, line by line, to discuss this stanza. $1 million in their lordship's bedroom. The word that interests me in this line is their lordships. You see, we've been dealing with my Lord, our Lord all along. Here is a sense of distancing, create a distance between us. We, the masses, are now shielded from what is happening. So we can now refer to their Lord because, of course, those who have the opportunity to deal with them, to buy them, and all kinds of things to do with them, they are the people that own the Lord. So it is important that the poet uses their Lord, and there is actually beginning in capital to emphasize that this is not me and you, but it is those who deal with these people, that there are millions of dollars in their bedroom. If they have been looting at home, which is in our own context the naira, we are told now that it is not only the naira that they get. The loots therefore come in different currencies, right? So in the first line, we are dealing with millions of dollars in their bedroom, and the next line talks about millions of euros, okay, in the parlor closet. So there is in the bedroom, there is in the parlor, right? And then countless naira beneath the kitchen sink. This is to tell you, number one, that they deal in all kinds of currencies, right? We haven't talked about the yen, the yuan, the whatever, the other currencies from other countries, the dollar, the euro. But because America and Britain are the places that our people do a lot of business with. Of course, there is France, there is Germany, and other places. But the emphasis is on these ones that we hear their stories or hear the dealings with them on a daily basis. Okay? And then, of course, our own naira. But think about it. Think about what the poet has put here. The dollar is in the bedroom. What does it tell you? What do you think is hidden in the place in the Holy of Holies, right? Because it's a place that not everybody get to. Then the euro is in the parlor, right? It's reduced to some level. Then the naira is in the kitchen sink. I mean, nobody could bother to go to the kitchen, and water could pour upon it, fire could burn it. Doesn't really matter. Of course, there's a sense in which we could say that this is not as valuable as the other two, right, that have the best places in which they are hidden. That could be one way to read it, right? There are other ways you can read and share with me if you want. And then the last line says, our courts are fast running out of Ghana must goes. Okay, if you are a young man who was born after the 80s, you are not likely. Of course, you would have heard Ghana must go, but you wouldn't quite understand, where, the history of Ghana must go comes from. I don't need to tell you the history, but all I want you to understand is Ghana must go is a kind of tough polythene bag that is used for carrying heavy. It's not a box, okay, but you can put things in it like if it were a box, okay, and move them from place to place. But why the name? is because they were first used for moving things from Nigeria to Ghana when Ghanaians were forced to leave the country. So there we go. If you, again, have any little worries, you can put your comments for me in the comment box and I will respond to you. Thank you very much, dear viewer.